Hello everyone, and welcome to another review for Assassin's Creed Revelations. And I gotta say, I love the Assassin's Creed whole franchise. All of it is very amazing. So, of course, I'm going to be reviewing Assassin's Creed Revelations because it's pretty new and I like it, like, a lot. I love the whole entire gameplay, the concept, and just Ezio. Ezio is pretty amazing. Anyway, so let's start off with number one, the plot. Now, of course, the plot is continuing off of the last storyline, which was Brotherhood. And if you haven't played it, then I'll just tell you right now, this is going to be spoilers. Because at the end, he was pretty much forced, Desmond was forced to kill, that girl, which I forgot the name of. Oh, crap. Oh well, that blonde chick, I can't remember her name. So, either way, and when you go in, it's pretty amazing, is he's like in this coma state where they're trying to fix him because now the Animus is the only thing that's keeping him alive and keeping all his memories from destroying him in a way. So, of course, you actually get to see the other subject 16, I think it is, and he's pretty new. Well, not new, in the second one, they start talking about him a little bit. He like leaves clues for you, and at the end of Brotherhood, the secret little section of Brotherhood when you finish all the puzzles, you get to see a little, outline of him, which is pretty strange. But in this one, you get to actually see what he looks like, which is pretty cool because I always wondered whatever happened to like Subject 16, but he actually tells you what happened to him and how he's going to help you fix what's happening to you because it happened to him and he failed when it happened to him. So that's pretty cool. It's like because Ezio has a Templar in his bloodline, it kind of collides with his assassin's bloodline. So stupid Altair, right? Second, so I give that plot 10 out of 10 because it's just amazing and they're amazing. They're actually keeping Ezio for a little bit longer. It's kind of strange because Ezio is Ezio. He's kind of old, really old, and I'm not talking like 40s. He's like in his 60s, pretty much. Sooner or later, they're going to have to give him a walker, and then he has to assassinate people that way, or or something like that. It's kind of strange. Also, I'll be coughing a little because I'm still recovering for some reason from sickness. So yeah. Number two, user interface. Now, first, I'll just tell you this right now. There are always going to be glitches in games. This is a huge expansion of Free World, where you're in a huge city that everything is going on, and of course there's going to be glitches. I've only run into like one or two, so it's not that bad. And in the first one, I was disappointed because every now and then there was always a glitch where whenever I climbed a ladder, he would spin around the ladder and then get stuck there forever. So, yeah, I always hated that. But nothing like that has ever happened. There was one glitch where, it's not really a glitch, it's more of my PS3 just freezing on me, which was kind of stupid. It's happened to me in Skyrim, and yeah. But enough about other games, we're talking about Assassin's Creed Revelations here. And it's pretty amazing how, what do you think? They have, like, increased the user interface, so you can choose your side weapon, like the shooter, the, bombs. Yes, they now include bombs, but we'll get to that in improvements. So, anyway, user interface I give a 9 out of 10. They've gotten rid of most of the glitches from Brotherhood, which I am happy about, so it's usually always the same kind of glitch, like running into someone and you just go through them or something like that. That's happened to me like a few times in Brotherhood. It's only happened to me once in Revelations, so I'm happy about that. Anyway, so Ezio's pretty stupid. When you're controlling him, he's pretty stupid. Like, you would always like run into people and you could never like dodge around people. It's like go around everyone. Okay, so yes. Next is graphics. Graphics is they only like they made it a little more gloomy, I guess you could say. Like it's pretty dark of a game compared to the other ones. Ezio is wearing dark clothing at the start of the game. It's pretty cool. I love the design, but when I just went to a shop in a tailor and bought more clothing, which, by the way, the dye, there are a whole crap load of clothing you can wear now. Like, my favorite at the start was Egyptian blue. That looked pretty cool. And then I changed the Masyaf white, or whatever it's called, mostly because it's assassin white pretty much, and I love the white clothing. And his wardrobe has changed a little. He now has a little scarf running down his hip area, I guess you could say, and there's also a few other improvements to his clothing, and you can if you look really closely, you can kind of see it. And you also see the white on his beard and his, he hasn't really taken off his hood that much. He's only taking off like once, and it looks like he's starting to lose his hair, which is pretty funny. So, yeah, I give graphics 8 out of 10. Next is realism. Now, of course, games are never realistic in a way. Like, you'll see some games are realistic, and some games it's like, how is that possible? And it's kind of strange. Like, it's always the guards I always have trouble keeping my realistic thoughts to, because it's like, you can run from the guards, and right in front of them, just jump in a hay bale, or just go up a building, and they'll probably lose you. And I really hate that. So, often... Oh, wait, no. I almost forgot. That's a 9 out of 10, because it's not really improving. The guards are actually stupider, I think, since Brotherhood, and I kind of just lowered the score by 1. That's pretty much it. Everything else is pretty much realistic. You still die from jumping off from 20 feet high. 20 stories high, I mean. And, yeah. Other than that, realism... not really that much different from the other games. So, either way, next is, first impressions, improvements, things like that, which, I wrote a lot down on here. So, let's start off with one of my favorite new additions to this, which is the Hook Blade, which is so fun. Okay, what happens is, he has 2 blades, like 2 normal hidden blades, normally, okay? And so when he comes in, he learns about this new invention by the Assassin's Guild, which is this hook blade, which it's like a hidden blade, except what happens is it comes around like this, and when it comes out, it's like a giant hanger, I guess you could say. And it's pretty funny because you can like you can jump over guards and things like that when you're running away. You can throw them down, which is also one of my favorites. You can use it as a zip line. You use these cords set up around the city as zip lines with the hook. You just hook onto the zip line. Not that hard, really. It's pretty cool, though. It makes everything so much faster. But I think they took out, the fast travel, which is pretty annoying. Meaning you have to, like, run around the city a lot more, so... Either way. Another improvement was, let's see. Oh yeah, Defend Your Castle. I love Defend Your Castle, like, all the Flash games online, and what it is, in Assassin's Creed, you pretty much have to defend the guild, instead of a castle, of course. And the guild is pretty much just this little tower-looking thing, and there's, like, one row that the guards run on, and you have to set up barriers, you have to send out assassins onto the rooftops. You have to buy the well, not buy the rooftops, you have to put like assassin leaders on the rooftops so you can place assassins. And there's riflemen and crossbows, and it's just so fun because you can upgrade the barriers. It's kind of like, it's definitely like Castle, Defend Your Castle, because you're literally just placing units and they're doing all the work. And not only that, but something you don't really see much in Defend Your Castle games is you yourself doesn't do anything other than, that wasn't a proper sentence, but you yourself usually doesn't actually do anything other than place the units, but in Assassin's Creed Revelations, as the Defend Your Castle, you get to shoot while you're placing units. It's like, I don't have enough money, so I'm just gonna keep shooting them with my little pistol. And it seems like you have, like, unlimited ammo, which is pretty nice. So, next is, hunting down the Templar leaders, pretty much. Okay, so, in Brotherhood, in order to destroy factions, like, restricted areas and stuff, you would have to look for, these Borgian leaders, or whatever they're called. Captains. Borgian captains, I think. I think that's what they're called. Either way, so, and you'd have to kill them. Now, in this one, you literally have to hunt down these Templar leaders in order to get the area secured by assassins. And it's pretty strange because, you have to go into Eagle Vision, which is also a nice improvement because you just have to click the left L3 button, and usually what you have to do is you would have to press Y and then it would like take up a button, and L3 did nothing, so they just changed all that up so that L3 controls everything, like Eagle Vision and Synchronize. So yeah, either way, and another amazing thing I like that they improved on is you don't actually know what's going on while you're inside the Animus, usually in the other games. But in this one, they're literally like not talking directly to you, they're talking to each other and you just hear them while you're in this little coma state. You know how there's a saying that people in a coma can hear everything you're saying? Yeah, it's kind of like that. And Desmond can hear everything his friends are saying, and they're talking about Molly. I think her name is Molly, actually. Either way, talking about how he killed what's her name, and yeah, it's pretty nice. I like that. It adds on to the story. It has this little side story, and how they're worried about Desmond. So next is the character. So you still play as Ezio, which is annoying. I'm kind of getting tired of Ezio, if you haven't noticed, and that's because he's getting old. Altair only got like 1 game, and Ezio's getting 3. So yeah, I really hate that. Either way, so next is oh wait, no, I skipped one actually. Leveling up. Dang it. Okay. Leveling up, I give it a 10 out of 10. It's the same exact concept, but it's so easy to level up pretty much. You just buy the equipment and it levels you up like that. I mean, it's the same thing. It's not really improving much, but this time the banks hold a lot more money, which is a lot easier, I'll tell you that much. And so I gave that a 10 out of 10. And first impressions, if I didn't say already, gave an 8 out of 10. Wow, I am doing this way out of order. So, characters I gave a 10 out of 10 because it's the same characters, but they added a few, like, Ezio is writing letters to his sister, who is way in, the place he was before. Oh my god, I'm blinking on a lot of stuff. And you get the addition of Subject 16 and a new friend, which is pretty much the leader of the Assassin's Guild in the place you're at then. So next is music. I do not know who does the music, but they do it so well. I've looked it up. I could never figure out who writes the music. So I still give it a 10 out of 10 because it's amazing. So characters, 10 out of 10. Music, 10 out of 10. So see you all next time when we review another game, which would probably be Borderlands, because Borderlands 2 is coming out soon. So, see you soon.